So this is going to be another movie review. This one's called In a Lonely Place, 1950. I just tried to do this video and I didn't have the mic on. Sorry about that. I apologize about that. I'm giving this one 3 out of 5 stars. I thought it was overrated. It gets a very high 8.0 out of 10 on IMDb. I should state that first off, I'm not a big fan of Nicholas Ray. I think he's a mediocre director at best. There's even a bonus feature where he's in some kind of hippie comedy in 1975, making a movie that nobody even heard of, talking gibberish about collectivism. And wearing an eye patch, smoking cigarettes like a chimney. And Truffaut says that he's good at projecting realism in his movies as it relates to relationships between a man and a woman. And there's another director that I've never heard of on the bonus features also compares this one to Vertigo. I didn't think Gloria Grahame was that great an actress in this one. I saw her in The Big Heat. I just can't remember that movie. I suppose I could go back and watch my movie review. So, of The Big Heat to see what I thought of Gloria Grahame. But I thought her performance was overrated quite a bit. I mean, Humphrey Bogart outshines her by far in this one. And, really, he's the reason to watch. The other reason to watch was the police interrogation scene where Humphrey Bogart is being accused of murder. And that scene was quite amusing. I thought it was kind of cute the way she was playing hard to catch in the beginning. But the rest of the movie was kind of lame. Semi-biographical account of Nicholas Ray. So Humphrey Bogart plays this screenwriter who likes creativity, and therefore he must be opposed to the big studio's lack of creativity, which is kind of a lame start of the movie. And he punches some guy at a bar/restaurant, some kind of posh place where all the Hollywood groupies hang out. And that sort of sets the tone for his violent temper tantrum type behavior. It kind of reminds me of my grandfather. He even cuts a grapefruit for his fiancée, similar to my grandfather. And so Gloria Grahame was actually Nicholas Ray's wife at the time. They were separated, but they didn't tell anybody on the set what was going on. And she even had an affair with Nicholas Ray's son from his first marriage, 13-year-old kid, believe it or not. And pretty crazy. She had a pretty stellar B-movie, Z-grade type film career after her movie career sort of petered out in the 50s. I'd be more interested in seeing those kind of movies than this kind of stuff. It's a film noir. Humphrey Bogart's mixed up in some kind of murder investigation because he had some gal at his little apartment there in Beverly Hills. He had her over reading a book to him before she left and got murdered. So the police suspect Humphrey Bogart. They start asking Gloria Grahame a bunch of questions because she was the neighbor and she saw what was happening through his apartment window. And she pretty much exonerates him in the beginning, but then he starts showing off his violent, impulsive behavior to her. He starts driving crazy on the road with her as a passenger. And, he hits a car and then he beats up the motorist victim of his car crash. Almost kills him by raising a big rock, like he was going to hit him over the head with a rock. And then he punches his agent, things like that. And Gloria Grahame starts to believe that he may be the murderer after all. And he asked her to marry her. She says yes, but only because she was feeling scared into it. And she tells his agent that she wants to leave him. And eventually Humphrey Bogart starts noticing that she's acting weird, like she's not herself, that kind of stuff. And the ending was changed at the last minute by Nicholas Ray. I would have been curious to see what the ending would have been like if he had not changed it at the last minute. Sort of impulsive switch at the end. I thought the suspense radio episode was actually better. And I'd be curious to read the book. I think the suspense episode had a better story to it, honestly. It didn't have all the screenplay Hollyweird nonsense. It was more like a real noir. This is kind of like the life of Nicholas Ray, I guess, which is very boring and banal if you ask me. But what do I know? This movie gets a high 8.0 out of 10 on IMDb, but only has 23,860 ratings. So I'm thinking this movie didn't really stick well, or it has a very small cult following. It looks like I don't know why people love Nicholas Ray so much. I just think Rebel Without a Cause is probably his best movie, but that's not saying much. I think he's a mediocre director at best. Samuel Fuller is much better director. Anyways, I could go on and on about coronavirus at the end of this, but I'll spare you my political diatribe, as it were. I've got lots of stories, personal stories about what's happening here, and probably don't want to hear about that. So I'm just going to say I'm pretty tired. I worked 11 hours, 20 minutes today. And I'll be lucky if I get 5 hours sleep tonight. I'm still my dinner was a disaster. I cooked some kind of pasta that turned out really kind of disintegrated, and then I had some old marinara sauce that didn't taste right. So trying to make up for it with rice-a-roni and pasta-roni. Anyways, I'm pretty beat. I'll let you go. I'm not going to say highly recommend it or check it out, but I did put the main players' names in the description box in case you're interested. And that's the end of my review. Laters.